that time again. You know where you at? Valhalla, let's get it. Turn the sound up.
Lights down low, but the screen bright, glowing. Another game day, yeah, the energy flowing. Valhalla's on the mic, yeah, the host with the most. From the west to the Midwest, we raising the toast for the boys in blue. Dodger fan, we run deep while the other fans sleep. These the promises we keep. Every pitch, every swing in the chat, we all in. This ain't just a stream, this is straight up calling. We getting loud in the hall tonight. Got the whole chat vibing, feeling right. Valhalla's calling, yeah, the game is on. We be here till the victory is won. We getting loud in the hall tonight. For the purple and gold or the blue and white. From the Calico sun to the Minnesota cold. For the Vikings faithful, stories yet to be told. Skull Vikes in the house, hear the war horn sound. Bad sports talk on the tube, just look around. Then we switching up.
Yeah, it's that time again. You know where you at? Valhalla, let's get it. Turn the sound up.
Lights down low, but the screen bright, glowing. Another game day, yeah, the energy flowing. Valhalla's on the mic, yeah, the host with the most. From the west to the Midwest, we raising the toast for the boys in blue. Dodger fan, we run deep while the other fans sleep. These the promises we keep. Every pitch, every swing in the chat, we all in. This ain't just a stream, this is straight up calling. We getting loud in the hall tonight. Got the whole chat vibing, feeling right. Valhalla's calling, yeah, the game is on. We be here till the victory is won. We getting loud in the hall tonight. For the purple and gold or the blue and white. From the Calico sun to the Minnesota cold. For the Vikings faithful, stories yet to be told. Skull Vikes in the house, hear the war horn sound. Bad sports talk on the tube, just look around. Then we switching the lanes for the other purple and gold. Laker Nation stand up, watch the legends unfold. This a place for the fans by a real fanatic. The passion is real, man, the vibe's automatic. We getting loud in the hall tonight. Got the whole chat vibing, feeling right. Valhalla's calling, yeah, the game is on. We be here till the victory is won. We getting loud in the hall tonight. For the purple and gold or the blue and white. Yeah, you see the vision, you feel the pride. Hit that subscribe, nowhere to hide. Smash it like button, show them we here. Become a member, make the message clear. You ain't just a viewer, you part of the crew. Showing that support, yeah, we seeing you.
Yeah, the hall is live. Valhalla Sports Talk. We here all day. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? What's up? Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air. Vikings versus Bears, NFL football action. Week 11? Week 11, I believe. Valhalla Sports Talk is here for all the action. If you're new, hit that subscribe, give the video a like. But yeah, Vikings Bears, it's an 11 a.m. start here in the AZ. 10 o'clock on the West Coast. 1 o'clock on the East Coast. Yeah, looking forward to this one. I will not be able to see it. So I'll be calling the play-by-play from the graphic. And that's how we're going to do it today, y'all. Apparently you can get Red Zone now for like $50, but no siree Bob. No siree Bob for me. Because then I think you got to get YouTube TV and not doing that shit. But anyway, shout out to the few of you that are up in here for the pregame. Cobra in the house, Elishiva Jones. I feel better, but stuffy nose, says Choa. Get to feeling better, buddy. Hope you get to feeling better. I am not a doctor, though, Choa. I am not a doctor. So I really can't help you with any of that. But the whole crew is in here today, y'all. We got Bobblehead Bobby, the Viking Bobblehead. Hopes to be shook often today against these Bears. Got the penalty flags. You know what I mean? Got a football somewhere around here. Got us a football. We're trying to build up the Viking side of the house again, y'all, because and that algorithm is a son of a bitch. But how you doing, Elishiva? How are you doing today? Anyway, where's my lid at? No, I didn't. I need to this week. This week I have to get me a haircut, Elishiva. But yeah, we can't get this to with the green screen. We can't get this to work properly. Seriously contemplating eliminating the green screen from my streams. Seriously thinking about doing that, yo. But we've got about 21 minutes to kick off in this one. The Bears, let's go to this. The Bears are 6-3, second in the NFC North. The Vikings, after that loss last week, 4-5. 4-5 for the Vikings. That's good enough for last in the NFC North. For those of you with a little Skrilla, some scratch, some bacon, some dinero, some dollars, some ducats, some cheddar, some cheese, maybe some money, maybe even some moolah. The Vikings are the favorite. Yeah, the Vikings the favorite in this one at -2.5. A money line bet for the Vikes is -150. Chicago +125. So pretty much a pick 'em. Over under is 48, y'all. 48 is the over under. This is the time, this is the place, this is the channel for all 7 of you to put your predictions in the chat. Hey, Valhalla, I went to my first ever hockey game recently, Kings versus Panthers. Blake Snell was sitting 5 rows in front of me. There you go. Did you get his autograph? Did you get his autograph, Elishiva? Anywho, I'm going to put my prediction in here. Vikings at home in this one. So let's say it's an NFC North division battle, so it's going to be close. So I'm going to say 24-20. 24-20. What kind of surgery did Max get, Choa? What kind of surgery did Max get? You didn't get an autograph? Sadness. Sadness. Here we go. Back to the main. Back to the old main. Current subscriber count. I think that's wrong. That's wrong, chat. Fix that. Fix that while we're sitting here with nobody in here. Score up. Cat name is Simba. It's his cat. Oh, his cat got surgery. I thought she said Max got surgery. Anywho, I thought you said he got surgery. I missed the whole cat thing. Corey in the house. Go Los Angeles Rams football game time, 1:05 p.m. afternoon today. Corey, the movie Wicked for good movie. Puck next Corey. Max coverage guy didn't get surgery. His cat Simba got surgery. Gotcha. Gotcha, y'all. Get it. No. The Rams in your game there, Corey, are favored by 3. Under 48.5. Right, it's a 1 p.m. game on Fox. But Fox isn't going to have a morning game nationally. It doesn't like so. No morning game for the Fox crew. Going to be moving our gaming stuff over to the long dormant Valhalla Sports Talk Gaming, the Valhalla Gaming channel here in the next few days. Really loving the new Battlefield 6, y'all. I absolutely love it and having time with it. Theo and I almost won a battle royal last night. We came in second. Valhalla, what's up, buddy? What's up, Max? For a minute there, I thought you got surgery, but apparently it's your cat Simba. I hope Simba gets to feeling better. Last night when I went to bed, we had a major emergency in the house here. This lighter fell off of the bed, fell off of my nightstand, and Thor got a hold of it, and I thought that he swallowed it when we were chasing him to get it out of his mouth. It dropped on the sheets, and we found it about 15, 20 minutes later after I had looked up what to do when your dog swallows a lighter. But he didn't swallow it. It was there on the bed, yo. What you up to, Mom? Listening? What you up to? Washing? Carmen Don Allen in the house. Oh no, I'm good. Simba had surgery, still recovering. Oh, alrighty, cool. Yeah, I was sure that Thor had swallowed this lighter. I thought he got to him, tried to rip it out of his mouth. The clicking noise that he was making, chewing on it, stopped. Hammer in the house. Yeah, no shit, man, no shit. They were like, get him to the ER right now. That's what Google recommended. RM in the house is was haggling. RM, I think I'm doing your Raiders tomorrow, bro. I think I'm doing your Raiders as I try to recapture this YouTube algorithm. From the looks of the pregame here, this is gonna be a rough day. It's gonna be a roughin'. But yeah, all my Battlefield content is gonna come off Twitch, y'all, and it's gonna head over to the old Valhalla gaming channel. I'm gonna figure out how to log into that bitch. We'll try to lock it down. But Theo and I second place last night to close out the night in a battle royal. We got offed by an artillery barrage, but we came in second. I'm not a Niners versus. I'm got Niners versus Cardinals tonight, says Choa. Don't jinx them, Buster, says RM. Raiders Cowboys, right? What you got, Thor? Got your bone? But anyway, we got 15 minutes. 15 minutes to kick off in Vikings Bears channel. So I believe Hammer is in Vegas for that game, Max or RM. I think Hammer is in Vegas to go to that Cowboy Raider game tomorrow, but he's gonna be rooting for them Cowboys. He's going to be rooting for them Cowboys. Hammer, did you see our BR second place last night, dude? Were you watching? If you were, first of all, I apologize because if I'm in Vegas, ain't no way, ain't no freaking way I'm watching Twitch. Ain't no freaking way. Tomorrow night, man. Tomorrow night. You know where you're sitting? Man, this is very concerning. Just 9 viewers, y'all. This is very concerning. What did we do last week for likes? See what 0.6. 9.6, baby. Raiders 27, Cowgirls 9. I hopped on for a bit, but I fell asleep. I was tired from all the travel. Gotcha. Gotcha. David Catalano, 149. Valhalla. Appreciate it, Mr. Catalano. 40-yard line, about 25 rows back from the field. There you go. There you go. I've never been in the Raiders Stadium. Never even seen it live. Been to Vegas since they built that son bitch. Can you imagine all the fights since Friday in Vegas between the Raider and the Cowgirl fans? I don't know if it's that many. Maybe on game day. Maybe on game day. I don't think as a nation we've come to that point yet where we just have brawls in the street over our football teams. I don't think we're there yet. This isn't a this isn't Europe and this isn't soccer. I don't know that we're at that point. But kind of a weird week on the channel this week, y'all. We've got the Lakers only play twice in the next 6 days. They play on Tuesday and on Saturday, I believe. It'll be my first time. I'm thinking of going to check out the progress on the athletic stadium. Well, while you're there, might as well. You're there, says RN. Billy Voles in the house. What's up, Billy? I just ordered you from eBay one of those Union 76. Billy does all the time. Have fights? I don't know, man. In the 80s, I used to go to the Raider Stadium in Viking gear. So, I mean, and fools got stabbed in the tunnel there. So, I'm looking forward to Niners versus Panthers next week on Monday night. Man, Cho, I'm glad you let me know that, bro. Glad you let me know. Holmquist in the house. What's up, Valhalla and company? By the way, Max, you were on the prize wheel. You were on the prize wheel after the Laker game the other night for the Drip Show digital canvas. I put your name on there, bro. You didn't win. You didn't win. Came off about the midway point. World Championship Dodger 81 paintings. I think it's an 8x10, says David Catalano. Oh, nice. The 81 ones? I appreciate it, Catalano. I'll check the P.O. box. Yeah, I think I got to go to a static background, y'all. I got to get rid of this green screen. I got too much cool shit that you guys have sent me. Too much cool shit that y'all have sent me. What is Drip Show? Drip Show's the guy that made those digital canvases, Elishiva. You were in the drawing as well. You lost as well. The winner of the Drip Show canvas was Got Rust. Got Rust won it. I have yet to hear from him. I have yet to hear from him. If I don't hear from him pretty quick, Mike Miller will be the one that gets it. Dang it. Boy is talented, man. I checked out his work. Great stuff. So I don't know if you were in here, Max, the night that I had the meltdown over the guy bitching about my font size on my streams. So the channel knows him now as Font Guy. So just as the shits and giggles, I put Font Guy on the prize wheel. And lo and behold, Font Guy made it to the final two. He made it to the final two and lost on the last spin. That shit was too funny. All right, I'm gonna have to find red zone, y'all. I don't know where that shit is on these. I can't find half this shit nowadays. I can't find half of this shit nowadays. It'll probably be there in about a week, I think, says David Catalano. I appreciate you, buddy, but you didn't have to do that. You were on the wheel too, Mr. Catalano. Keep us updated on Simba the cat. All right, we got something going on here. It says 14:53 to kickoff of Bears at Vikings. That's hilarious. Yep, I put him on the wheel just for a laugh, man, and he made it all the way to the final two. It's on the end of the. I think the Friday night Laker stream is when I did the drawing. So, what are the odds the Vikings win today? Is JJ McCarthy going to suck again, and JJ going to be lazy again, or are they both actually earn their money? Says Joseph Allen. You need a way to watch the Viking game? Yeah, kind of, but I don't like it being that delayed, and I don't like watching that illegal shit. But all right, Don just dropped the Drip Show link in the chat. You know, I don't think I'll watch it, Max. I'll just watch it on Red Zone, bro. I don't like to watch those cracked streams or nothing. Yeah, I put you on there, David. You lost though. You definitely lost. Lysandra Wyatt in the house. Bill Stewart up in here, up in here. Drip Show in the house. Drip Show. Got Rust didn't contact you, did he? Has Got Rust contacted you? It's going to be delayed. Yeah, I'll just call it from the from Sportsnet Canada's graphic. Vikings winning every game, crossing fingers. Sounds good, brother. Hey, I appreciate you, Max. I appreciate you, man. Oh, you haven't heard from him either? It was so weird that he checked in on the game after the on the stream after the giveaway. EK in the house. Talked to him earlier this morning. My old lady is in Illinois, so she's going to video call and have me watch it that way. There you go. I got Bears in this one. They're looking good of late, says Jake. Yeah, apparently a Sunday ticket now is like $50 for the rest of the season, but we're in week 11, right? And what do we got? 17? Yep. They're not going to get none of my money. So if anyone's watching NFL Red Zone, let me know when it goes live and I'll go find it. Let me know when Red Zone goes live and I'll go find it. Hopefully Vikings does win and I get my betting back. There you go. I got to walk a whole way to the casino floor for my morning cigarettes. It's hammer time. Yeah, them days are over, bro. No more smoking in the rooms. And they'll catch your ass too, Hammer, so be careful. You still talking about that rigged drawing? Says Everett. You shut your mouth, Everett. Eckerwood. Shut your mouth. All right, let me get my Vikings bet in. Okay, checking his point balance. Don't be greeting that fool, Hammer. Don't greet that jackwagon. How can I check my points? I thought you did it right there. I thought that was how you did it. Okay, there it is. So what did you do wrong, EK? Exclamation points. I'm stunned the Vikings are favored in this game. Over has 0 points. Here, let me give everybody some points. Let me give everyone some points, y'all. So you can at least bet if you want to. There's just 25 of you in here. So we'll make it a doozy. Ignore your screen. Thank you, dearest. All right, so timeout is gone. All right, so everyone just got 100,000 points. Everyone just got 100,000. Trip show up in here. All right, so we're getting close to kickoff, y'all. Let's get loud in the hall one more time.
Yeah! It's that time again. You know where you at? Valhalla, let's get it! Turn the sound up!
Lights down low, but the screen bright, glowing. Another game day, yeah, the energy flowing. Valhalla's on the mic, yeah, the host with the most. From the west to the Midwest, we raising the toast for the boys in blue. Dodger fan, we run deep while the other fans sleep. These the promises we keep. Every pitch, every swing in the chat, we all in. This ain't just a stream, this a straight up call, and we getting loud in the hall tonight. Got the whole chat vibing, feeling right. Valhalla's calling, yeah, the game is on. We be here till the victory is won. We getting loud in the hall tonight. For the purple and gold or the blue and white. From the Calico sun to the Minnesota cold. For the Vikings faithful, stories yet to be told. Skull Vikes in the house, hear the war horn sound. Best sports talk on the tube, just look around. Then we switching the lanes for the other purple and gold. Laker Nation stand up, watch the legends unfold. This a place for the fans by a real fanatic. The passion is real, man, the vibe's automatic. We getting loud in the hall tonight. Got the whole chat vibing, feeling right. Valhalla's calling, yeah, the game is on. We be here till the victory is won. We getting loud in the hall tonight. For the purple and gold or the blue and white. Yeah, you see the vision, you feel the pride. Hit that subscribe, nowhere to hide. Smash it like button, show them we here. Become a member, make the message clear. You ain't just a viewer, you part of the crew. Showing that support, yeah, we seeing you.
Yeah! The hall is live! Valhalla Sports Talk! We here! All day! Let's go!
Not getting any bot warning or anything if those are meant to pop up. It confirmed your bet, EK. It confirmed your bet. You did it right. Right below your deal, it says EK Flintstone bet 10,000 on Vikings. Bill Stewart says Skull. Let's go Vikings. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. Yeah, it showed confirmed there, EK. You haven't run a Voint balance since then, but try to run a Voint balance again. Exclamation points. And I'll tell you what I see. Oh, you're not seeing them. That's weird. I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't know that was possible. Run your Voints again. Or run the points. Exclamation points again, and I'll tell you what it says. EK, you have 90,100 Voints. 90,100 is your balance. Because it takes out your 10K you bet. So I don't know if you have something blocked on your end where you don't see that stuff or whatever. But anywho, we're getting close to kickoff, y'all. Getting real close to kickoff. Oh, you can't do multiple, buddy. Max is 10K. The max bet is 10K and it won't let you do multiple. Absolutely not. But you can play the slots. You can play the slots. I'm going to make it so something pops up on the screen here one of these days. But anywho, we got 31 in the house. Kickoff just around the corner. It's 11:02 on my watch right now. I got an issue here. Might hear the hall go again, but
Yeah,
why won't that go away over there?
yeah.
There we go. All right, I had to get that screen to go away, chat. And they be sharing a button. Current V homie count is 235, y'all. I'll play by the rules today. Yeah, I'm gonna move off of Twitch, man, EK, and I'm gonna go to the old Valhalla gaming channel here on YouTube. Once I remember my login. Once I remember the login for that shit. But yeah, the schedule the next few days is Monday Night Football tomorrow, Cowboys Raiders, and then Tuesday we got Lakers versus Utah. The return of LeBron James to the lineup likely. And then Thursday night football I'll do. Wednesday's probably going to be a day off. And we'll get the Lakers play Utah again on the weekend. Sounds good to me. I might start switching from Twitch myself. I was in your stream for a bit the other night when you were messing with some music. Let me see if I can find this red zone, y'all. Let me see if red zone is active. Week 11, red zone. That was easy. So Commanders Dolphins took place today. Can't remember where that was. Valhalla, did you write that music? No, it's AI generated. Yeah, when you were showing the recording, I was in there watching some of that. So Real Madrid, where they play, is where they played today. But it was final in overtime. Miami defeats the Commanders 16-13. Madrid, Spain. I was there once. I went there once on a weekend when I was in Germany in the army. Let's go, Vikes. All right, so again, I am calling the game off of Red Zone. I mean, off of the Sportsnet graphic. Finish up a song where I'm chanting in Norwegian. Yeah, that's too funny, bro. Too funny, too funny. Took a shower, but man, I got some sleepies in my eyes. So the early games are Panthers at Falcons, Bucks at Bills, Chargers at Jags, and Bears at Vikings. And I still need to pick a Viking song, y'all. Still need to pick a Viking song, and then I'll probably cancel that service. I think it's $20 a month. Appreciate it, Holmquist. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Looks like we're ready to go. Let me get this puppy lined up. All right, Minnesota going to get the $1 million football first. So Santos kicks it 65 yards from the Chicago 35 to the Minnesota end zone, a touchback where the Vikings will start. They're showing the return in the Falcon Panther game. All right, so the Vikings offense out on the field. Octobox. I got the Vikings in the upper right-hand corner there. McCarthy under center, single setback behind him. It's a rush by Jones on the right side for a 4-yard gain. He's tackled at the 24. That'll make it 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, the down and distance. All right, they go to the Tampa Bay game versus the Bills. Bills wearing the old helmets, the white ones with the red buffalo on them. Jones rushes for 1 yard. That'll make it 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 for the Vikings. Good morning, Sheila. Let's do this, Vikings, says Edward Baker. Let's go, man. So 3rd and 5 is the down and distance, I believe. And I don't see it. I don't see it. Just calling it from this graphic here right now. All right, they go to Bengals, Steelers. All right, McCarthy pass complete, made by Adam Thielen for 6 yards. He's pushed out of bounds at the 31. First down, Vikes. First down, Vikings here in the first quarter. Predicting a big day for JJ, says Connor Smith. Let's get it, Connor. I would like this. 1st and 10 for the Vikes at the Minnesota 31. Jones rushes for 2 yards on 1st and 10. So that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. He's out of bounds at the Minnesota 35 or 33. You think Lawrence is going to be the future Ram quarterback? Interesting. All right, 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 for the Vikes on their first opening possession. That means the Bears will get the ball after the half. I don't know, Everett. I think you did it wrong. All right, McCarthy pass complete, made by Hawkinson for a 7-yard gain. 7 plus 2 is 9. So it should be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 at the Minnesota 39. What's up, though, Richter? Third and 1 is the down and distance at the Minnesota 39. Still nothing on red zone. They're looking at Chargers, Jags. Jones rushes for 2 yards for another Minnesota first down. Might be close, though. So the Vikings approaching the 40, their own 40. Still nothing on red zone. McCarthy back to pass, incomplete, intended for Addison on 1st and 10. That'll make it 2nd and 10. One a.m. in Bangkok, Thailand. Vikings need this game, says Barber. I agree. 2nd and 10 is the down and distance on the opening drive for the Minnesota Vikings. Run this game, says Viking Jerome. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, Aaron Jones, a 7-yard gain, takes it to the Minnesota 48. So that'll make it 3rd and 3. All right, Rodgers just completed a touchdown pass for the Steelers. So 3rd and 3, I believe. 3rd and 3 is the down and distance in our game. McCarthy back to pass, incomplete, intended for Justin Jefferson on the 3rd and 3. What do the Vikings do here at midfield? What do they do here on a 4th and 3? Can they throw some passes to JJ today? Are you rooting against your own team, bro? Still no sign of the Vikings on red zone. Run the football, says Viking Jerome. All right, still calling it from the graphic here, y'all. Still calling it from the graphic. 4th and 3. Let's go Vikings, says Elishiva Jones. All right, a punt to the 43. Fair catch by Duvernay. So the $1 million football over to the Bears. My team is the Raiders, says Everett. Oh. Oh. It's 35 in the house, y'all. All right, so the Bears' first possession, they'll start deep in their own end. 1st and 10 from the 9, I believe. I definitely bet against my team, my fantasy football player. I'd like to move that just a little bit. That drip show thing out of the way there. There we go. That's perfect. Lots of things going on, y'all. Busy start to the morning at 6 games going in the early window here. 6 games in the early window. They're probably in a TV timeout right now. Today's scores from around the NBA and NFL are scrolling on the bottom of your screen there. JJ not accurate, says Viking Jerome. Got to give this guy a chance to develop, y'all. We can't just shit on him every week. Give him a chance to develop. They all can't be fucking Aaron Rodgers or Fran Tarkington in their 3rd game, 5th game in the NFL. Oh, yeah, it comes on right at 11, Everett. Red zone comes on. All right, 3rd and 3. No, this has to be wrong. No, I see what you're talking about. That was a replay there. Vikings in all purple today. Purple jerseys, purple pants. The Bears in their traditional white jersey with the navy blue. JJ got roughed on that. No penalty called. All right, Swift, a 1-yard gain, tackled at the 11. So that'll make it 2nd and 9 for the Bears. 2nd and 9 for the Bears. And this is sad how far we've fallen as far as football coverage. Holy shit. Holy shies. All right, Williams steps back to pass, incomplete, intended for somebody, a penalty on Swift, offensive holding, a 10-yard penalty. 10-yard penalty on the Bears offense. Give him the flag. Give him the flag, son. And Josh Allen screwed up there in that Bills game. Turned it over in the red zone. All right, we'll see you later, Everett. All right, Williams back to pass. Pass incomplete, intended for Odunze on a 3rd and 9. So the Bears are going to have to punt it right back to the Vikes. And that was a big screw up by Josh Allen there. Falcons get a sack on Young. Hey, appreciate it, Everett. You have a good day too, man. All right, a punt to the Minnesota 36. Vikings take possession of the $1,000,000 football. I imagine they'll go to a commercial here, and then we'll get back to it. Shout out to the 46 in the house, y'all. I appreciate it. Trying to build this NFL thing back up. A lot of new arrivals on the YouTube scene, but still nobody does it like Valhalla Sports Talk. Nobody puts the effort like I do into it. But anywho, trying to get better. Trying to get better. Hang Yang in the house. Josh Allen going through the stretch of games every season where he plays like a rookie. Big Zig Dog in the house. What's up, Zig? Zig, I put you on the wheel the other night for the Drip Show giveaway. You lost. You lost in that one. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the Minnesota 36. Vacuum your leaves outside. Okay. Back up, and there's a Sear Linder at Law. What's up, my man? What's up, man? I didn't lose. Check again. You can watch it on that Laker stream from Friday, Zig, at the end. We did it after the game was complete. We did it after the game was complete. It's fine, says Tang Yang. What is that long play there? Oh, that's the punt. That's the punt right there, chat. And that commercial, when you're doing it this way, y'all, when you're calling it from Sportsnet Canada, the commercial breaks take forever. They take forever, man. 1st and 10 for the Vikes again from the 36. Vikings' second possession of the first half. Hopefully, we don't have an issue. All right, there we go. Mason rushes for 6, tackled by Chicago at the Minnesota 42. So that'll make it 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Vikings. I mean, 2nd and 4, excuse me. 10 minus 6 is 4. Mathematician. Brain. 2nd and 4, my bad. I'm back to day shift this week. First day tomorrow, finally. There you go, buddy. We all knew the growing pains with McCarthy. All right, they go to this game. McCarthy pass complete, catch made by Oliver for -3 yards. We're going the wrong way. So I think that's going to make it 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. McCarthy back to pass, incomplete, intended for Addison. So the Vikings do nothing with their second possession. Oh, that was a long pass to Addison, and it hit him in his hands. My goodness, you can't blame McCarthy for that shit. You can't blame him for that. Steps up, throws it over the middle. Addison on kind of a crosser, and it hit him right in the hands. My goodness. So a punt, $1 million football over to the Bears. Hanging out on Sunday, Viking Berserker football is the best. You can't drop a pass like that, says Barber. Hit him right in the paws. Touchdown Cincy to answer the Steelers score. I see you, O. Good question. All right, so a touchback on the punt. So the Bears will start their second offensive possession of the game. Addison put Crisco on his hands instead of Stickum. Chiefs Broncos later today. We got 7:51 remaining in this first quarter here. Yeah, on Hulu. We paid for it, that extra $10 package or whatever. Live TV. I gotta cut costs because 53 for a Viking game ain't doing it. $53 for a Viking game ain't getting it done. Go vacuum some leaves. Addison put Crisco oil on his hands instead of Stickum. Yeah. Dogfight of defense and offense. Wows need a key takeaway in the red zone. So 1st and 10 Bears. I believe it starts out at the 25. Again, these commercials feel like they take a year when you're not watching it. A big completion for the Falcons against the Panthers to Drake London. And Atlanta trying to score now. They're in the red zone against the Panthers. Mongagi rushes for 4 yards, tackled by Cashman at the Chicago 24. Takes it to the Chicago 24. That'll make it 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6 is the down and distance. Go, Atlanta scores. Atlanta scores against the Panthers. All right, Williams pass complete, caught by Burton for -3 yards, tackled at the Minnesota at the Chicago 21. So what's that make it, y'all? That'll make it 3rd and 7. Williams step back to pass, incomplete, intended for more on a 3rd and 9. So the Bears are going to have to punt it now. Both teams floundering on offense thus far in this one. Or both defenses are playing up to their billing. There's a key takeaway, says Holmquist. What you talking about? A key takeaway. Go Vikings go, says Carmen. All right, Bill's trying to score on the Bucks. Chargers got a field goal. And so they're showing the 3rd and 9. And that was another long pass, way overthrew Moore. Overthrew him badly. All right, so a 57-yard punt, the $1 million football over to the Vikings. It's returned by Price out to the Minnesota 22. So 1st and 10 Vikings at the 22. I imagine they are going to commercial. I imagine they are headed to a commercial break. Again, I'm calling this game from Red Zone, so I don't always see what is happening. I'm just basically calling it based on what I see on Sportsnet Canada's website. A negative yard play. Yep. Hit that sub, get the video a like, chat. If you're new. Like it if you're old. Boom, 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 boom. Commercial time, says EK, yep. All right, Buffalo scores to take the lead in their game. I'm not old, I'm seasoned, says EK. Like paprika. We're at 337 views, chat. Holy shit. I recommend you to all my Vike fans. I know, says Holmquist. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. This is a game about YouTube is a game about where you're at in the search. So I think I'm way down there. Way down there in the old searches, y'all. Every week there's a new channel that comes online, it seems like. All right, so Aaron Jones, a 5-yard run, tackled at the Minnesota 45. That'll make it 2nd and 5 for the Vikes. Looking to strike first. McCarthy pass complete, caught by Jefferson for a 6-yard gain. Minnesota Viking, first down. First down, baby. Raining here nonstop till Monday, then another storm coming Tuesday night. We don't have to water our plants. There you go. There you go. There you go. So I've noticed that I'm seeing it on the graphic before they show it on red zone, whatever occurs. So McCarthy pass complete, caught by Jefferson again, this time for a big 18 yards, takes it to the Chicago 31 for a Minnesota Viking. First down, baby. First down. Vikings moving it, y'all. We getting close to that red zone. Here's that button. There it is. Aaron Jones rushes for 14. He's taken down at the 17, and the Minnesota Vikings have entered the red zone. First down. Vikings looking to strike first in this one. Remember, on all scoring plays will be posted in the chat. All scoring plays will be posted in the chat for you fantasy footballers, you parlay freaks. Aaron Jones, a 1-yard gain on a 1st and 10, makes it 2nd and 9 from the 16. All right, they are on the game on the left side of the screen on red zone. Let's go Vikings, says Billy Voles. All right, so red zone full screen now with this game. 2nd and 9 is the down and distance. McCarthy in the shotgun, running back to his right. It's a trips right formation. They bring JJ down to the bottom here. McCarthy looks that way immediately, fires it. It's close. They went away from it. Aaron Jones, a 3-yard gain on the reception, takes it to the Chicago 13. That's going to make it 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 for the Vikings, y'all, looking to strike first in this game. All right, back to it. 2:27 to go in the first quarter. McCarthy in the shotgun with a running back to his left. Kind of a spread formation with wide receivers on either side. McCarthy back to pass, looks left. Corner, Jones got one hand on it, but it's incomplete. Incomplete, and the Vikings will likely settle for a field goal. 60 in the house. That is our high for today. Need a touchdown. Vikings can't settle for the field goal. They're about to kick a field goal. My humble opinion. You're about to take the field goal is good, y'all. The field goal is good. And the Vikings take the 3-0 lead. All right, I will drop that scoring play in the chat, y'all, for those of you with fantasy football kickers. Copy Viking field goal. Paste. Bam. So Vikings 3, Bears 0. Field goal. Damn, CO. Field goal better than nothing. Oh, shit. I've come to the conclusion, chat, that the COO is nuts. She is so funny nowadays. What'd you tell me the other day when we came in the door? What'd you tell me? You tell me I slammed the door, I'm gonna kick your head in or some shit? I don't remember what that was. If you tell me I slammed the car door again, I'm gonna slam your head into the car door. It's a little violent, chat. I recorded it. I recorded it for my lawyer to be used at a later date. Nobody was injured in that incident, chat. All right, $1 million football over to the Bears. Bet Bears all of it's his new foe. Wanted a pass interference on that throw to Aaron, but 3 is all right. All right, so the Vikings strike first. Boom, 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 boom. All right, red zone goes to Packers Giants. The Giants with a 7-0 lead there, 4:08 to go in the first, and the Packers with a big run. Approaching the red zone. Who's in the what? I don't remember. It's not us. We're last. Yes. We are last in the division. All right, baby. What you doing for lunchy? What we got? How about some corn dogs for me, baby? If we have hot dogs, I would like some chili dogs, but I know we don't have chili. No breakfast. Well, I had a sausage biscuit. Jordan Love to the locker room injured. So Riker kicks it off to the Minnesota 35. It's returned 0 or to the 25. So did he go backwards? Did this guy go backwards when he caught it or what? Inquiring minds want to know. Not a very good kickoff. No hot dog buns? I'll do corn dogs then. 3. 333. What? Yes, yes. Circle K has the best corn dogs. I got to take my pills, y'all. I made an omelet for breakfast plus some pumpkin. Oh, fumble! Fumble! I recovered my Chicago, though. And no, I didn't remember to. I didn't remember to mark these buttons. Pass complete, catch made by Odunze, a 24-yard gain for Chicago Bears. First down. So close to a fumble recovery. All right, TV timeout, y'all. TV timeout on the field. I normally go to pizza on Sunday, but I'm doing chicken tacos. Ella Shiva says I love me some pumpkin spice. That's good. The middle of the field is always open in the Vikings defense. Says Tang Yang. Tang Yang. So they haven't shown the Vikings much on red zone today because we ain't been in the red zone much. Neither team. Shout out to the 66 in here. The number goes up and down really fast. It's weird. Maybe you have to turn off those commercials. I'm back, still waiting for the battery to charge. What, on your weeds on the leaf sucker upper? This guy is. He says I have to go vacuum my leaves. Leaves. Yeah, it doesn't suck up weeds. They got to be loose from the tree. Oh, Vikes, says David Catalano. All right, Swift, a 3-yard gain on 3rd and 1. That'll be a Bears first down. Leaf vac, yes, down to one battery because the other one don't work anymore. I've been there, Tang. Them batteries go bad. And batteries go bad. I got them for a lot of the power tools I got. Williams back to pass, incomplete, intended for Swift. That'll make it 2nd and 10 for the Bears. 2nd and 10 for the Chicago Bears. Second and 10 is the down and distance. The ball sits on the Chicago 37. Again, the Bears are trying to answer that field goal by the Vikings on their last possession. Swift, a 6-yard gain, tackled at the Chicago 43. And we're through one, y'all. We are going to the second quarter in Vikings versus Bears. They'll probably go to a commercial here. I think I'm going to turn off commercials and I just insert them whenever I see these commercial breaks next week or starting tomorrow. Starting tomorrow so you guys don't miss any of the action. So we're through one quarter. The Vikings lead at 3-0. Oh, now? Mayfield scores a touchdown on a run, 4th and inches against the Bills, and the Bucks look like they're about to take a 10-7 lead. I always wanted Baker in Viking purple. Always wanted Baker Mayfield in Viking purple. At 65 in the house, we just went over 500 views in this one. We're through one quarter. Minnesota with a 3-0 lead, but the Bears are driving, trying to answer. Jordan Love's report is that it's a left shoulder injury to the Packer quarterback. Questionable to return. Jags have great field position after a Chargers punt deep. We be here till the victory is won. People hated Kirk, but the man with play action was great for some reason. Since then, the play action has sucked, whether it's fake or executing the play. Williams back to pass, incomplete, intended for Burton on the 3rd and 4. Are they in field goal range? Inquiring minds want to know. Still no sign of them on Red Zone, on the Red Zone channel. Oh, Malik Willis, name from the past, throws a touchdown against the Giants. I wanted Malik Willis on the Vikings as well. Christian Watson with the reception. Damn. Damn. I'll tell you what, I was never more excited than I was for Willis when he was coming out of college at Liberty. He unbelievable. Unbelievable highlight reel. Chargers get the pick. The 70 in the house, y'all. What do the Bears do here? Do they try a long field goal here or what? Still no sign of them on the Red Zone channel. Again, you see below the NFL score scrolling. That gives you a time as well, the time remaining in the second quarter. Another long break in this one, y'all, after a quarter break as well. All right, a punt, 45 yards, the Minnesota 12. Fair caught, but a penalty on Chicago. Fair catch interference, tack on 15. $1 million football to the Vikings. Fair catch interference. They're showing the field goal by, oh my goodness, the Packers miss a field goal or the extra point. They missed the extra point, and the Giants maintain a 7-6 lead. Atlanta trying to go in on first and goal on the Panthers, and they don't get it. They go back to Bengals Steelers. McCarthy pass complete, catch made by Jones for 1 yard. So 2nd and 9, chat. 2nd and 9 is the down and distance in our game. Packers overpaid for Love, should have given him less money instead of top 10 quarterback money for half a season. Mason, a 5-yard gain, tackled at the Minnesota 33. So what is that? 3rd and 4 is the down and distance. 3rd and 4 for the Vikings, trying to add to this 3-0 lead. With McCarthy, they should go back to run, pass instead of KOC making McCarthy throw so much. It's Tang Yang. McCarthy back to pass, incomplete, intended for Jones again. On the 3rd and 4, the Vikings going to have to punt it right back, a 3 and out. 3 and out. We go to commercial on the Red Zone channel. That's new for 2025, y'all. They never used to go to commercials. But yeah, the Vikings look like they just did a 3 and out. Oily hands. Jones dropped the pass. It hit him in the hands. Didn't see it. They never put it on. Of course, we were nowhere near the red zone. All right, the Chargers game now on. A completion to Allen for a first down. The Bills with the ball. Right, 41-yard punt. Bears take over the $1 million football in a thriller in Minneapolis. Absolute thriller in Minneapolis today, chat. This is a pass-first league. Nobody runs anymore. Addison is sharing his Crisco oil to everyone on the offense. That's not very nice. Just say no to Crisco, y'all. Use an air fryer. 71 in the house. That's our high for today. Appreciate y'all. Subscribe if you're new. Get a video a like. So the Bears will start out at the 26 on this possession. Bears will start out at the 26. The quarterback might be throwing the ball too hard. McCarthy fires it. That's one thing I like about him. But we got to give him a chance, y'all. I'm not down for giving up on him. I am not down with that program. Oh, now Josh Jacobs and the Packers headed to the locker room. Packers, some big injuries. Boom, 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 boom. Uh-oh. Jaguars sack. And they go to Buffalo, Tampa Bay. Bills with the ball. Allen scrambling. He'll throw it long. Left side, wide open. Touchdown. Touchdown to Shavers. Touchdown Bills. 43-yard touchdown. Allen to Shavers. Still in a commercial break in our game, apparently. Nice pass by Allen there. Beautiful. You didn't hear what, baby? Oh, what about it? Oh. All right, Williams scrambles for a 7-yard gain, pushed out of bounds at the 33. That's going to make it 2nd and 3 for the Bears. Trying to get the points here, their first points of the game. They go back to Steeler Bengals on red zone. Long throw, right side. Rodgers intended. Not sure for who, but it was incomplete. Swift, an 8-yard gain, tackled at the Chicago 41. First down, Bears. First down, Bears. They're approaching midfield. It's the sack on the quarterback blitz. Williams pass complete. Catch made by Burden, a 14-yard gain, tackled at the Minnesota 45. First down, Bears. First down for the Bears, and they've crossed midfield. Sam in the running for MVP. Yeah, he'll shit the bed. He will shit the bed. He did last year. He'll do it again. Ain't no way in hell we should have kept him after that disaster in the postseason or the playoffs. Swift, a 6-yard gain on a 1st and 10. So 2nd and 4. Oh, I see the missed sack there. They just showed the replay. Damn. You got to tackle him. Yeah, where was Darnold and the Vikings needed in Week 17 in the wild card game? Exactly, Tang Yang. F that guy. F that guy. That was a disaster last year. Swift rushes for 0 yards, tackled at the 39. So that'll make it 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4, y'all. Let's get them right here before they get in field goal range. Let's get him right here on this 3rd and 4. $10:44 to go in the second quarter. All right, they're on the Bears game now. They're on the Bears game for this 3rd and 3 on red zone. Williams in the shotgun, running back to his right. It's a pitch going right. This will be real close to the first, y'all. Real close to the first. And they go away from it. They go away from that game. So a 3-yard gain tackle. It's going to be close. I don't know whether to do first down or not. Again, red zone went right away from it. Okay, now 1st and 10 it says. 1st and 10, Williams under center. It's an I formation. Wideouts on both sides. Williams back to pass, throws it near side, caught by the tight end. He gets blown up after a short gain, I believe. They go away from it. Cole Kmet for 7 yards. I thought it was shorter than that, but anywho, another TV timeout. Another TV timeout on the field in Vikings Bears. So they're at the Minnesota 28 in field goal range now. And they go to a commercial break. Vikings need corner help in the offseason. We've been saying that shit for a decade. Been saying that stuff for a decade. Vikings would have kept him if he played good and lost. He shat the bed in the big moment. Absolutely. Absolutely. You are not wrong at all. Rodgers just knocked himself out on Komet's head. The cornerback? One thing about the division rivals always going to be a close game. 23-17, Skull Nations, is Kevin Underwood. I said 24-20, I think, or 23-20 was my prediction at the beginning of the game. That's not good. He's probably been our best corner, right? Was he knocked out cold, EK, or what? All right, again, we're in a TV timeout. The Bears are driving, trying to put up their first points of this ball game. 12-2 Vikings win predicted. How could it be 12-2? Oh. Vikings haven't had a legit corner since Xavier Rhodes, is Tang Yang. I do miss Rhodes. Very, very little Viking or Bears coverage on NFL Red Zone this morning because they're not in the red zone very often. Jordan Love has returned to the Packer lineup, though. He just got some tape on that shoulder. Jordan Love back. Man, these timeouts take forever. Went from Winfield to Rhodes to nothing since then, says Tang Yang. I might need a new mustard, baby. Yeah, I think there's enough in there. What's that ringy dingy? You can't let that shirt get on stream, baby. I don't want people I don't want people to think we're poor. All right, Swift, a 4-yard gain, tackled at the Minnesota 24. He just went to the tent to get checked. Jags in the red zone. Williams pass complete. Catch made by Cleveland for 9. Tackled at the Minnesota 15. And the Bears have entered the red zone. Yeah, I think it's enough. I could probably use a knife or something. Williams steps back to pass. Incomplete. Intended for Odunze. It's going to make it 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 as I try to get this Engelhofer mustard out of this container here, y'all. All right, Williams back to pass. Throw over the middle. That's the incomplete pass to Odunze. Here. That's trash. Williams rushes for 2 yards, tackled at the Minnesota 13 on a 3rd and 1, and the Bears will probably have to settle for a field goal. All right, corn dogs have been acquired. Corn dogs have been acquired. No, rushes for 2 yards, so that's a first down. That's a first down, chat. Shit. Swift rushes for 5, tackled at the 8. That sucks. I don't know why I thought that was field goal time. Anyway, corn dogs and some mustard and ketchup, y'all. So 2nd and 5 from the Minnesota 13. '82 in the chat. That's our high for today. Swift rushes for 1 yard, tackled at the 7. That'll make it 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 now. They're on red zone. They're on full screen, but they'll go away from them like they've done all day. They go to Giants, Packers. What happened with Dog Catcher? I'm pissed that my local Fox 12 has no early NFL game. We don't have it either. We don't have one here either, DC. We don't have it here either. All right, looks like he took it inside the first down marker. It's going to be first down, 1st and goal for the Bears from the Minnesota 1. All right, can the Vikes hold him here? Lined up. Put a receiver in motion, single setback, run up the middle, touchdown Bears. That was Mungai for a 1-yard rush for the tutty. Posting the scoring play in your chat. The extra point is up and good. All right, so now it's Vikings 3, Bears 7. Vikings 3, Bears 7. Boo Bears. We can't have anything bad on this kickoff, y'all. The Vikings, when they've lost this year, they've done dumb shit on special teams. Horn dog. Horny doggy. All right, so I'm sure we're in a commercial break there. Red zone is on Bucks, Bills. Bucks with a 17-14 lead as they approach halftime. Tampa, oh my goodness. Who was that? Texans, Titans. Happy brunching. Thank you, buddy. It's split screen now in red zone. Packers, Giants, Bucks, Bills. Touchdown, Packers. So the Packers take the lead in that one. Again, the scores from today are scrolling on the bottom of your screen. That'll be both NFL and NBA. 4:55 to go in this one here in the second quarter. Bears just drove the field, put up a touchdown. Vikings will try to answer. Just a reminder, the Bears get the second half kickoff. The Bears do get the second half kickoff. Hit that sub if you're new. Give the video a like. I'd appreciate it, y'all. All right, here we go. Santos, 65 yards from the Chicago 35 to the end zone. Price takes it out, and the Vikings will start at the 20, 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Vikings from the 10-yard line. All right, they're on now. Vikings, McCarthy under center. Handoff. I think that was Mason for a short gain. Jones, a 4-yard gain on the left side. So 2nd and 6. McCarthy looking at that wristband while they're in commercial on red zone. They break the huddle. Looks like a sunny day in Minneapolis. Sun shining through the clear roof. Under center is McCarthy. Running back behind him, fakes the handoff. Looking deep. Throws it short. Popped by number 33, Jones Jr. for a Minnesota Viking. First down. Another TV timeout. Another TV timeout, chat. Yeah, air fryer. Air fryer, Carmen. What's up, Alante Jackson? What is up, Alante, my man? Injury timeout there for the Bears players is Tang Yang. We about to get to 100 in the chat, y'all. Maybe corn dogs are lucky. I'm telling y'all, if you want a good mustard, a good spicy mustard, Engelhofer is your deal. The Engelhofer mustard with a little ketchup gives you a little kick to your corn dog. All right, they go to Bengals Steelers on NFL Red Zone. A short pass to the running back, one-handed catch, and Mo. Nice pickup by Brown. Yeah, nice little one-handed catch there. Don't worry, Thornelius. I'm going to hook you up, buddy. Oh, shit. McCarthy pass intercepted. They're showing it right now.
Go!
This is how we've been losing games, y'all. This is how we've been losing games. Bears take over at the 25. Single setback behind Williams, who's under center. Kind of a bunch formation. Vikings crowding the line. A pitch going left. And the defense tackles him for a loss of 2. Yep. All right, Falcons score. Algier scores for the Falcons against the Panthers. Falcons pulling away. 2nd and 12. Williams back to pass. Lots of time. The blitz gets picked up. They got Williams in trouble. It's caught, though. It's caught by the 10 end after a short gain of maybe 3. No, 7. Williams pass complete to Loveland for 7 yards. Out of bounds at the Minnesota 20, and the Bears have entered the red zone. What's up, Andrew? What is up, Andrew? All right, I better give Thor some of this corn dog. Before I forget and eat all of them. Oh, get him! Sack him! Incomplete. Incomplete. Williams keeps escaping these Viking sack attempts. So that's going to make it 4th and 5. All right, field goal is good. All right, let me update the chat here. I forgot to move the football too. I was so upset. So upset, chat. 2-minute warning. What's going on here? Trying to get you that last scoring play. Here it is. Come on, man. All right, here we go. Here we go. Bears. Field goal. Santos. And it's a 10-3 at the 2-minute warning. Vikings going to get the ball. I feel like they got to get down here and get 3 at least. Reminder, the Bears get the ball at the end of the half. Bears do get the ball at the end of the half, but they take the McCarthy interception and convert it into 3. Sadness. Sadness, sadness, chat. Went to a party last night. Defense using the Crisco. Yeah, the Bears get the ball to start the second half. Tang. I'm pretty sure the Vikings started with the ball. Go Bears is Beto Salgado. What's up, Beto? Vikings got to do something here. We got to get some points. I'm having vibes of last week's game. Richard Hole in the house says, "What's up, brah? What's up, brah?" Richter says, "Andrew, you better quit partying and start prepping for your finals." Get to preparing for your finals, you whippersnapper. Just bit my tongue, y'all. Nasty, but I had to give Thor another piece, y'all. I had to give Thornelius the last piece of the corn dog. Their pass plays, it's either the design or execution that goes to shit, says Tang Yang. Tang, are you a Viking fan or Beto says, greetings from the Dominican Republic. Go Bears, go Cubs. Bears win today. We on fire, says Beto. I hope you're wrong, Beto. McCarthy back to pass. Incomplete. Intended for Hawkinson. No. You have a corn dog too? Thanks. I'll have to get some to try it out. Absolutely. Engelhofer, sweet and spicy, Carmen. Engelhofer, sweet and spicy. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 7. Third and 7. McCarthy pass complete, caught by Jefferson for 28 yards. First down, Vikings. They're at the Chicago 35. They're at the Chicago 35, and then the pass was incomplete, intended for Thielen on 1st and 10. I don't know how much time's left. I don't know how much time's left yet. Got a little heartburn here, y'all. A little hiccup. Second down was a fake handoff, pump fake to JJ. Up in smoke in the house. What's up, dude? What is up? Up in smoke. Come on, second and 10. Still not on red zone, y'all. Still not showing on the red zone. This has been a tough one today for this format. What's the holdup here? Tang Yang, what's the holdup? Giants try McCarthy back to pass, incomplete, intended for Jones. Penalty on Sewell. They didn't say what the penalty was. They didn't say what the penalty was, y'all. I think I got to get more information on this screen, y'all. I got to get like the top passer, the top, you know what I mean? I think I got to get more information on here. McCarthy pass picked off. God dang it. God dang it.
Bruh. Go!
You can't be throwing picks, bro. You had 3. You had the 3 points. Come on, man. They're showing it right now. It wasn't to Jefferson, it was to Addison. I think that's 2 interceptions in each game the last 2 weeks. God dang it. Killing me, bruh, says Holmquist. Williams back to pass, incomplete, intended for Odunze on 1st and 15. Pain, chat, pain. Brown mustard. Oh, man. How much time is left, chat? Anyone know? 30 seconds to go, y'all. 30 seconds to go. Pass complete, caught by Komet for 14 yards, tackled at the 29, first down. Timeout number 1 by Chicago. So first down, and then Chicago uses their first timeout. A local company since 1929 started selling horseradish. Is it just available in the U.S.? We buy it on Amazon in bulk, Carmen. We buy it on Amazon in bulk. Bobby from Beantown Breakdown up in here. What's up, Bobby? Edwards says he's a third-string quarterback. I'd rather have Brosburn at this point if McCarthy wants to keep selling every drive. Long touchdown by the Bills. Long touchdown by the Bills. Ty Johnson, the running back. Joseph says, this kid is nowhere near good enough to be the starter. My grandma can do better than this. He sucks. Yeah, they're not going to let him develop, y'all. You guys will bitch and moan, and they will not let him develop at all. Everybody looking for that shiny penny, y'all. Everybody looking for that shiny penny, the backup quarterback. All right, a punt to the Vikings with just a few seconds remaining here. Melissa McCarthy could throw better than this. Anyway, we're headed to the half, y'all. Michael says, I'm waiting for my Dodger World Series jersey to get here. At least I have beer, says Barber. Gonna have to come from behind again to win. All right, so we're headed for the half, chat. McCarthy pass complete, caught made by Jones. Jones fumbles. Fumble recovered by whom?
Bruh.
Who recovers the fumble? All right, doesn't matter. We're at halftime. We are at halftime in Vikings versus Bears, chat. 10-3 is your score. I thought we gifted him another 3 at the half, y'all. Your grandma wouldn't do jack, says Michael Gonzaga. We need a new coach, says Edward Barber. The problem is McCarthy should not be floating the ball when he needs to throw a perfect drop in the basket. I'm not trying to bitch and moan, but look at what Sam is doing. Sam sucked, all right? Sam shit the bed in the most 2 important games last year. Who gives a shit about Sam? F Sam. KOC should be running more. F Sam Darnold. I do not think we need a new coach, says Full Send Fishing, Minnesota. I agree. Anywho, take a little break here. I'll be on the mic. Yeah, I'm not ready to give up on the kid, y'all. I'm not ready to give up on McCarthy. Let him play out the season, see what you got. And then next year, if you have to draft another one to compete against him, do that. Or look at this Brosmer kid in camp. But I'm not ready to give up on him right now, y'all. We're last place in the NFC North. Probably a season where we're not even going to make the playoffs. So see what you got. I mean, if you're trying to develop a quarterback, which the Vikings desperately need to do, then develop one. I'm going to Wendy's. Their hot chili sauce is delicious, says Carmen. I collect wheat pennies, says Up in Smoke. All right, let's see if we can do some box score action here. Let's do some box score action for you fantasy footballers and the such. I need to be able to turn off that chat for this portion, though. See if we can bring it up, though. So there's a scoring by quarter. The Vikings get 3 in the first, and the Bears get 10 in the second. 10-3 Bears. I'll have to be able to turn off all this stuff. Gotta go vacuum some more leagues, says Tang Yang. All right, we got 1,000 views on the stream, chat. 1,000 views. It's getting shellacked. I do come up on the search, but it's after Bears Now and Vikings Now. Bears Now 4.4K. Vikings have 2.1K. Stinker of a game so far, says Up in Smoke. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. All right, so again, the schedule for the channel, y'all. The schedule for the channel is tomorrow night we'll do Monday Night Football, Cowboys at Raiders, and then Tuesday we've got the Lakers hosting the Jazz, I believe, the Utah Jazz. But the Lakers only play 2 games next week, so we'll use this to try to recatch this algorithm for the NFL. Again, all of the Valhalla gaming content is coming off of Twitch, and I'm going to put it up on YouTube on the Valhalla Gaming channel. So, great for cream cheese turkey sandwiches. Facts. JJ is Chicago's best player, says Dan Weaver. I don't know, y'all. I like McCarthy. I think he's a gamer. And I anticipate he's going to come back, but we'll see. We'll see, chat. We will see. Nobody feels the pain more than I do. I'll guarantee that, though. Nobody. Nobody will feel in Viking pain more than I do. I just don't let it get to me no more. I just don't let it get to me no more. JJ Stokes was a good player in his day. So that Jaguar Charger game is starting, the start of the third. All right, halftime of Vikings Bears here on the channel. Week 11 NFL action. Vikings trying to get back to 500 on the season. Eagles play the Lions in Philly. I'm just so annoyed right now seeing all the same mistakes. Yeah, it has been kind of a replay of last week, huh? Kind of a replay. I hear you. I totally hear you. It's a replay, but the Adventure Guide drops a membership. Let's go, baby. Burning Monk 47 gets it. Adventure Guide, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that gifted membership. Bucks 20, 21, Bills at the half. Brian Kelly, the most winningest coach in college football, will be a good fit for the Vikings. Jim Harbaugh did it. This is Kevin Underwood. I'm not done on KOC either, y'all. I'm not done on KOC either. I think you got to look at that GM. I think he drafts for shit, but we'll see. We will see. I think they definitely got to look at Quessy. Big pass play by the Jaguars against the Chargers on red zone. Jags up in that game 14-6. Fourteen to 6 in that one. Boom, 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 boom. I think I got to come off the green screen, yo. I think it might be time. Not done on anyone. I'm just getting pissed. Same dagger in the side. Can we not find Jefferson? This is Anthony. Adventure Guide, I appreciate that gifted, man. Appreciate it. Jags in the red zone. Most of the passes to Jettis have been picked off. Yeah, I hate the interceptions, y'all. I do. I hate the interceptions, just like you all do. I think it's part of the growing, though, personally. If he learns from them, sure things, his adventure guide. Looking for Theo Sam Eagle, Chad. I'm looking for Theo. We gotta have a talk. We gotta have a talk about our last game of of Battlefield 6 last night. We gotta chat about that. All right, let's get this thing going, y'all. Just move this to the third quarter so I don't forget. I don't know what they're talking about. They're talking about the interception McCarthy threw intended for Addison, and apparently it was an emotional moment for that Chicago cornerback. There was a Yakuza coach in the NFL a while back that wanted to cut off a finger of the quarterback for each interception. Players union got involved. They weren't happy. I don't imagine they would be. I don't imagine they would be. You're not going to beat anybody, obviously, with 3 points in the NFL, yo. You're not going to beat anyone with three. But I think it's been a decent day for the Vikings defense. I think they've missed a couple opportunities to sack the quarterback, but average watch time today is crap, y'all. You never want to be over 5. You never want to be over 4, and we're at 620. 620. All right, here we go. Reichard kicks 64 yards from the Minnesota 35. Blackwell returns it. He's tackled at the Chicago 31. So he went backwards. Touchdown, Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence. So the Chargers in trouble. Chargers definitely in trouble. Appreciate it, Carmen. All right, Mona guy rushes for -1 yard on a 1st and 10 down at the 30. So that'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 for the Bears. Their opening possession of the second half. Imperative the Vikings do not let them score here. Any points. All right, 2nd and 11 on red zone. Shotgun formation for Williams, running back to his right. Back to pass, throw over the middle, knocked down. No, caught. How is that caught? I thought he knocked it down. And they battled for a first down. The pile is still moving towards midfield. Wow. So 17-yard gain. The pass itself was about 5 yards. And old dude gets up untouched. Back to pass. Williams, throw left side, tight end. Caught. Gain of about 9 by Komet. Catch made by Komet for 8, though. So it'll be a 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2 for the Bears. Mona guy gets nothing. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 now. 3rd and 2 for the Bears. Jags have the Chargers number. Remember when they came back from 20-plus points in the WC to beat the silly Chargers? I remember those years when the Chargers found ways to lose in the last seconds of every game. I do remember those years. Shout out to the 79 in the house, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. All right, another run for a first down by the Bears. Damn it. 7-yard gain on a 3rd and 3. They're approaching field goal range. This is the Vikings comeback quarter, says Sear Linderick Law. I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. Right, my man. 1st and 10, though, for the Bears at the Minnesota 39. Williams pass the tight end Komet. Gain of about 5 to the 35. They just peek in really fast on red zone, y'all, and then go away from it. Never know when it's going to happen. A bomb by the Panthers to score on the Falcons. Xavier Legette on the reception. Atlanta's still going to be leading that one after the extra point. Pass complete, catch by Komet for 5, down at the 34. 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 is the down and distance, y'all. Is Wendy's? We have Wendy's in Arizona, Carmen. Absolutely, we got one in town too. We got one in town. I like their chili. But we make it at home. We have the recipe. Williams pass complete, caught by Smith for 8 yards, or Smythe for 8 yards, down at the 26. They are under review. I have a review. Thought I had a review button. Vikings need a turnover, chat. Vikings need a turnover. I don't remember what my review button is. There it is. Pop Optic Val liked to dip his Wendy's chili into his Frosty. No, you put your fries in the Frosty. Oh, you don't put your chili in the Frosty. What's up, Obe? All right, they're still reviewing this catch here. If they get it, it'll be a Chicago Bear first down. He switch, hold on. Left off the Rams and Seahawks, who are 7-2 this year. Yeah, you got to put the fries in the Frosty. I don't do that personally, but I don't eat at Wendy's a lot because it's downtown where there's a lot of people. We're still reviewing, apparently. You're still reviewing. 11:20 to go in the third quarter. Bears with a 10-3 lead and driving. Oh, man. Williams pass complete, catch by Smythe for 8. Still under review. Yeah, what happened to the Bruins yesterday? Homer rushes for -2 yards on a 3rd and 5. So they must have overturned the catch. He's playing. Oh, he's playing. All right, Santos, a 54-yard field goal attempt is good. Damn it. And it's now 13-3 Bears. 13-3 Bears on another Santos field goal. Skyline chili is the best. I've never had Skyline chili. Apparently you can buy it in the stores, huh? I love Wendy's chili. I think it's legit. I think it's absolutely legit. But like I said, we do have the recipe to make that at home. You have it. So 3-13. Son of a biscuit. So a 2-score game, chat. 2-score game. I worked at Winnie's for years when they were great, says Gerber Bernstein. What's up, Gerber? What is up, my man? I like that Wiener Schnitzel chili on my pups. Says, oh. We don't have a Wiener Schnitzel anymore. We don't have one. Back in the day when I first got out of the Army here, we had the old A-frame Wiener Schnitzel. The old A-frame where you drove through the middle of the building. It's closed down one day. The lot is empty to this day. Dave died and Wendy's went in the toilet, says Gerber. Now, not at all, not so fresh. I noticed that when ours changed owners as well. I just pulled into Wendy's because Val enticed me to get the chili, says Theo. Get some onions in there, bro, and some cheese. Cheese and onions. Cheese and onions, Theo. Theo, when you get home, hit me up. We got to talk. We got to talk. I reviewed the final minutes. I reviewed the final minutes of our Battle Royal match last night. First of all, I'm a hero, just so you all know. Brought Theo back from the dead. And we finished second in a Battle Royal. 50 teams of 20, or 50 teams of 2, 100 players total. And we survived to the end with one X off of the other team. All right, McCarthy, time to be a hero. Agreed. Agreed. All right, Santos kicks it 60 yards from the 35 to the Minnesota 5. Price returns the kickoff. Tackled by Chicago. Penalty on somebody. Probably us. Rogers injured. Al Hero. Aaron Jones, a 4-yard rush, tackled at the Minnesota 24. I jumped over the hedge, says Theo. No, there was a tank involved, bro. You could hear the tank in the distance when I brought you back. There was a tank. I think that team that beat us had a tank. I think they had a tank. They were just sitting in it. They were just sitting in it outside of the warehouse before they called in the artillery strike on our ass. Jones, a 6-yard rush, tackled at the 30. First down, Vikes. First down, Vikes. A hero, not a zero. Yeah, we thought we had that thing won, chat. We're sitting in the warehouse hiding. Aaron Jones, another 6-yard gain. Takes it out to the 36. Tank carrier was empty, says Theo. I think there's more than one now, bro. I think they're all over the map. I think those tank carriers are all over all over the map. It was funny when the artillery strike got called in, chat, because Theo and I are talking on the mics, and we're like, I don't know if that can get us inside the building or not. Bam, we're dead. Only game I got now is Chargers Jags. It's a pummeling, says oh. Jones rushes for 2 on a 2nd and 4. Pushed out of bounds at the 38. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. A 3rd and 2 in a drive the Vikings desperately need to score. Leon Darisaw, false start on the 3rd and 2. God dang it. Just continue to shoot ourselves in the foot. So that'll make it now 3rd and 7. We finally busted 100 in the chat, y'all. I appreciate y'all. All right, so red zone goes to the Viking game here for the 3rd and 7. McCarthy empty backfield. Brings C.J. Ham back there with him. We got 2 wideouts on the right, a wide receiver and a tight end on the left. Bears showing pressure, and they send it. McCarthy throwing it well over the head of Justin Jefferson. So 4th and 7, and the Vikings will have to punt. Yeah, we're through, y'all. Can Tarkington warm up, says Gerber. Sarah Small in the house. Stress-free Sunday of football. My Colts are on a bye, says Miss Sarah. As great as Darisaw is, his penalties at times are horrible, says Tang Yang. Pre-snap is lack of discipline. I'm watching NFL channel, but looking for more Viking highlights. There aren't any. I have him, Holmquist. I have the bobblehead, but I ain't been able to shake him. Bill Parcells said it best in the NFL means not for long. Coach is getting fired. Who's in the hot seat before the season is up? So a punt, Bears get the ball. He returns it to the 15, and the Bears will start out deep in their own end. Bears will start out deep in their own end, y'all, but it's killing me, says Holmquist. 8-2 baby Colts. They're down. NFC North future, says Darren. JJ McCarthy pissing me off, says Viking Jerome. Why don't we just run a slant there, says Tang Yang. Yeah, either a slant or a screen, right? Holmquist says pick 6. Uh-oh, he's spoiling. It's all right. I'll take anything I can get at this point. We'll check on the laundry. Says up in smoke. Did we get a pick 6? Still nothing on my end. Nothing on my end. A pick 6 would be huge. Vikings really wasted a 7th overall pick on JJ, says Mick. Shut your mouth, Mick. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing, Mick. Fool. I don't know what's going on. Why this thing has stopped. Before the season started, Sarah and I agreed that the teams would meet in the Super Bowl. All right, Swift, the 2-yard gain, tackled at the 22. So a 2-yard gain makes it 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 is the down and distance. They ain't going to the Super Bowl, Sarah and Summer Obe. They ain't going to no Super Bowl. Quit dreaming. Come back to miserable land with me. Quit dreaming. You know them Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl, and so are them Eagles. So Rudolph in for Rodgers in that Steeler Bengal game. Williams steps back to pass incomplete, intended for Burden on a 2nd and 8. 3rd and 8 for the Bears on a drive the Vikings defense desperately needs to show up. I'm just saying, says Mick. I don't know about the Chiefs, says Mick. Watch. You watch. Thank you for Cam Bynum, says Sarah. Don't be coming in here trolling me, Sarah Small. Don't you be coming in here trolling me, Miss Sarah. You either, COO. Don't you be in here trolling me either. Baker Mayfield is so much fun to watch, y'all. He is so much fun to watch. We could have got him for nothing. We could have got him for nothing a few years back. Williams scrambles, pushed out of bounds at the 32, penalty on Chicago, illegal formation. So it's going to be 3rd and long again. 3rd and long. Come on, man. 3rd and long, chat. Here in the 3rd quarter. Williams pass complete, caught by Burden for 16 yards. So on a 3rd and 13, it's a Bears 1st down. God dang it. Love me some Baker, always have, says Obe. He was just there for anybody to take. Now a scramble by Williams for 16 yards, and they're already at midfield. Touchdown, Sean Tucker for the Bucks. See how you beat the blitz? It's a screen or a slant. Bears use the screen. We got it. If we're gonna win, we have to have a turnover. If we're gonna win, the defense is gonna have to put up 6. Vikings fans have to find solace in Aikman's and Peyton's first season, I guess, and pray. Williams pass complete. They're getting him, gashing him now, y'all. 18 yards on the pass to Moore, and they're at the Minnesota 33 now. They're at the Minnesota 33. So 1st and 10, Bears at the Minnesota 33. Pass complete, caught by Komet, 11 yards this time. They're at the Minnesota 22. Last 4 plays have been for 10 yards or better. Maybe Vikes can get a vet quarterback in the offseason, says Gerber. I feel the nap monster. The nap monster is creeping, y'all. The Sunday afternoon nap monster. Swift rushes for 4 yards on a 1st and 10, tackled at the 18, and the Bears once again are in the red zone. I hope we draft Sadiq and move on from Hawkinson's, his retired Auntie Hunter. All right, they got the Vikings on the right screen here. Williams under center, handoff up the middle. A gain of about 3 by Swift. They go away from it just as quickly as they went to it. I give this my heart and soul. See how they treat me. I can relate. Vikings going to the toilet bowl. All right, they're back with it on the red zone here. So 3rd and 3 is the down and distance. William in the shotgun, got a running back to his right. Duo's left. They put the tight end in motion over there. Williams looking that way. Corner fade, push off on the cornerback. Incomplete. Incomplete. So probably another Santos field goal. Probably another Santos field goal. All right, here we go. Another Santos field goal attempt. Kick is up. It's good. 16-3. 16-3, Chad. Another 33-yard field goal. Touchdown Jags, and the obliteration of the Chargers is still ongoing. 2:11 remaining in the third quarter, chat. 2:11 remaining in the third quarter. I'm going to use the restroom right fast, right quick. I'll be right back, chat. All right, I am back, chat. I am back. Let all the streamers know. So, bad news is the Bears add on and now lead it by 13. The good news is if the Vikings can get 2 touchdowns, we'll be in the lead. Olin Coward sucks, says Up in Smoke. Hollywood did him dirty with his movies, says Tang Yang. Who? Mason rushes for 8 on 1st and 10. Then McCarthy throws an incompletion. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 already. 3rd and 2, just like that. Third and 2 is the down and distance. I'll be damn lucky to get 2,000 views. McCarthy back to pass. Incomplete. Oh, TV timeout. TV timeout. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 when they come back from the break. Or just need a DB to fall down. McCarthy needs to stop hesitating. He had Addison wide open and underthrew it. He's going through all that, Tang. He's going through all that shit in his head now. I'm sure, he feels all this negative energy from the fans, in my opinion. He feels that shit. So how he responds to these moments in his NFL career will decide if he's long term or, one contract and done. Maybe O'Connell not the guru he thought, says Gerber. Almost another pick, says Barber. How the hell are the Chargers losing so badly to the Jags, says Tang Yang. Jags are putting it to them, bro. They're putting it to them. I know they're the ones that have been shown the most on red zone for this morning game. They have definitely been shown the most. So the Jags are really putting it to them. Jags aren't a bad team, just inconsistent. McCarthy back to pass, incomplete, intended for Jefferson on the 3rd and 2. Oh, picked off in the Steeler game. Pick 6 for the Steelers. Oh, shit. Thor can't get comfy. 3rd and 2, still no slant or quick out or a rush. Or a rush up the middle. They got to start using Mason, man. They brought him over. Mason is a beast. Feed Mason the rock. So another punt for the Vikings. You had the Jags as your surprise playoff team? Love Mason, says Gerber. The Bengals suck balls this year. So Giants losing to Green Bay 19-13. Green Bay incomplete to Watson. Panthers lining up for a field goal. Williams pass complete, catch made by Smythe for 8 yards. So 2nd and 2. Jefferson mad as hell. That's the next thing going to happen, chat. I'm telling you, as a longtime Viking fan, I've seen this shit before. I've seen this shit before. Watch for the blow up in the offseason as Jefferson tries to get the fuck out of Minnesota. Watch as Jefferson tries to force his way out of Minnesota. All right, another first down. Mona guy, a 3-yard rush, tackled at the 32, and we're through 3. We are through 3 in Minnesota. Bears 16, Vikings 3. Big winds outside, y'all, as this storm is rolling in. Big winds. That wind really blowing out there. How about Herbert for JJ so Harbaugh can be reunited? I want Lawrence. If we go get one of those two, Lawrence or Abear, I want Lawrence. Lawrence has been destined to be a Viking. Baker throws a pick. Right, let me close this betting. Betting is closed, y'all. I've seen this show before. Bring back Kirk. I don't know. They said Penix is hurt, y'all. Kirk might not be going nowhere. They said something about Penix being hurt. SDSU is a damn consistent team. Penix twisted his knee. All right, here we go. Bills chasing 2. Nice throw. Touchdown, Bills to Cook. And the Bills take the lead. McCarthy is a joke, says Joshua. Vikings need a veteran quarterback and a new coach, says Barber. Fire the GM, KOC, and McCarthy, says Joshua. All right, so panic time in Minnesota, of course, chat. It's happening. It's happening. Yeah, this storm must be rolling in heavy, y'all. The winds out there have picked up considerably. Williams back to pass, sacked. Sacked by the Vikings defense. First sack of the day as the Vikings get to Williams on a 1st and 10. Cartney is a joke. He's still touring. 7 games this morning. Another incomplete pass from Williams on a 2nd and 11 that makes it 3rd and 11 at the Chicago 31. Can the Vikings defense hold? This is where we've been giving up those 3rd down conversions on 3rd and longs. This is the witching hour, they say on Red Zone, when wins become losses. Up in Smoke says, my Dolphins beat the Commanders today. It's in essence his rookie year, I agree. It's in essence his rookie year, Nubian. I don't want to give up on him, but it don't matter what I want. Back to pass, sacked again. 2 sacks on this drive.
Bruh.
I keep pushing the wrong button, though. Sacked again. So minus 12, and the Bears will have to punt. The Bears will have to punt. Vikings should have decent field position. What a girl wants, what a girl needs. Something, something fancy free. Trade him for Darnold. Fuck that. Fuck Darnold. Fuck Sam Darnold. True. All right, give us that $1 million football. Because we know they punt this time. 47-yard punt. Return to the Minnesota 34. Darnold was the best Vikings quarterback in this century, says Up in Smoke. Fuck Darnold. He's also the worst. Defense can't keep this up. AOC must relinquish play calling, says Nubian 47. All right, they're showing the sack of Williams. Van Ginkel. All right, they're showing the punt. Oh, Price takes it to their side of the field. Oh, shit. Mason, 8 yards. And the Vikings are in the red zone. Just like that, y'all. We coming back. We coming back in this bitch. We coming back, chat. 10-16 don't look so bad. Mason, 16 yards. Touchdown, Vikings. They didn't show it to us on the red zone. Them sons of bitches. They're going to show it late, though, right here. There goes Mason's tutty. And the extra point is good. Let's go. We coming back, boys and girls. Let me put the scoring play in the chat. I told you to give it to Mason. Didn't I tell him, chat? Didn't I tell him? Valstradamus strikes again. Valstradamus strikes again, baby. I haven't been using the red zone thing. What am I doing? Touchdown. So now it's 10-16. Star Wars says we need to beat the Lions for you. Touchdown, Skull, baby. Skull. How much time we got, chat? 12:33. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. How about that, says O? Let's go. How about those Bears? Bear down, says Andre P., the freaky sports boy. And Bubblehead Bobby. He shook, ladies and gentlemen. On the Vikings tutty. Believe in the Bears enough to know they can lose this, says O. Darnold better than Fran, says RM. That'll get you timed out, sir. That will get you timed out. Enjoy your flight, fool. Enjoy your flight. I have faith, says Mike Cedillos. I told you they need to give it to Mason. Nope, not encouraged. Definitely not encouraged. Christopher Sanchez had an amazing year, striking out 130 hitters. What's that all about? What's that got to do with the color of purple in the Vikings uniforms? All right, Swift a 9-yard gain on 1st and 10. Takes it out to the 44. Be nice if the Vikings D could step up again. Maybe get that tutty, that turnover. Oh, we got big drama in the Cincinnati-Pittsburgh game. Ramsey versus Chase. Swift rushes for 11 to the 45. First down, Bears. First down, Bears. And then another 11-yard gain to the 45. Oh, he got disqualifications in that game. So I think Ramsey gets tossed. I think another 8-yard gain to the 37. All right, Vikings D, if we're going to do it, we better do it now. Because they get another field goal, it's a 2-score game. If they get another field goal here, it's a 2-possession game. Whiff for 2 on a 2nd and 2, be close to a first. Winston just tied it for the Giants against the Packers. Jameis Winston, a tough week for the Giants. Williams back to pass, incomplete, intended for Smythe. So 2nd and 10 for the Bears. Vikings defense needs to come up big again. 68 likes or licks. Back to pass. Yeah, incomplete. We already did that. A lot of shit going on here, y'all. The Giants just took the lead on the Packers with 7:22 to go in the 4th. Young Wei Koo for the extra point. Swift a 7-yard rush on 2nd and 10 takes it to the Minnesota 27. So Bears about to approach the red zone again. It'll be 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 is the down and distance. Mayfield running for a first against the Bills. Trying to bring him back. Swift rushes for 0 yards on a 3rd and 3. And they'll probably take the points here to make this a 2-possession game. We probably got another Santos field goal. Packers got to run the clock, says Jay. Defense is playing defense, says Edward Barber. Herbert has been pulled in the Chargers game. Touchdown, Bucks. to take the lead. Santos' 45-yard field goal attempt is no good. No good on the field goal attempt. No good on the 45-yard field goal attempt. And the Vikings take possession of the $1 million football. A touchdown would give them the lead. A touchdown could give them the lead. Yard work blows. Facts. I got to get to going on it, y'all. I'm so far behind. Lucky break for the Vikings, says Edward Barber. So a 2-point conversion here for Tampa Bay. Still a lot of time left in that one in the fourth. Mayfield corner. Force out, though. So they don't get the 2-point conversion, but they lead the Bills by 1 with 13:38 to go in the fourth. Mike's got a shot, says Obe. Take advantage of it, says Edward. How about a nice little long drive right here? How much time left? How much time left? We got 8:08 to go. 8:08 to go. 3 combined missed extra point attempts in Giants-Packers. General Thor having nightmares, yo. Nightmares. Yeah. Wind is whipping, says Joey. Come on, Vikes. Let's have a drive here, boys. Let's have us a drive. David Snyder, Shoes Flops fan. Santos sucks. Bears should have just kept his fill-in kicker. He's got like 4 field goals, bro. Come on, man. Get this shit going. Mason, a 2-yard gain on 1st and 10. Takes it to the Minnesota 37. So that'll be 2nd and 8 is the down and distance. 2nd and 8 is the down and distance. Vikings trying to drive the field. And with a touchdown, they could take the lead. McCarthy back to pass. Pass incomplete, intended for Addison. I think I'm going to get to see it right here. Addison hit him right in the gut. Was behind him a little bit, but it hit him. So 3rd and 7 is the down and distance now. They go away from it. McCarthy back to pass. Pass incomplete, intended for Hawkinson. So a 3 and out, and that Vikings defense is going to have to go back on the field. That Vikings defense going to have to go back out there. Up in Smoke is an island boy. Did I set a new record to add to my collection of records? What you talking about, RM? Talking about RM. Welcome back, by the way. Wow, the Packers are so freaking lucky, man. The Packers are so freaking lucky. Love a just prayer downfield. Caught. All right, Wright punts it. Bears going to start off, and the Vikings defense has to be gassed. A ban after one post. The wind is picking up out there real bad. All right, so this will start out at the Chicago 18. No, the Minnesota. Yeah, start out at the Chicago 18 after the fair catch. Mona guy rushes for -3 yards, so 2nd and 13. Only way to break that record is to be booted before you type, says O. I might ban him again because I'm still stung. I'm still stinging over his mouthy comment. I might throw him out of here again. I wish Parsons was here to give him the spanking. David says best place to watch the game when you can't watch it. Thanks, Valhalla. You rock. Incomplete to Moore on 2nd and 13. So 3rd and 13. Come on, defense. Come on, defense. David says one missed field goal is too much. You should make every kick within 50 or you need a new kicker. Have you ever tried to kick a field goal? David, have you ever tried to kick a field goal in real life, bro? It's not nearly as easy as these guys make it look. And they got 300-pound angry men running at him. Pass complete, catch made by Loveland for 24. God dang it. Another 3rd-and-long conversion for the Bears. Yeah. Another 3rd-and-long conversion. Another 8-yard gain. So middle of the field, they start picking it up in chunks. Mona guy an 8-yard rush on 1st and 10. 2nd and 2. I could have said Jamarcus Russell is better than A guy rushes for 4 on a 2nd and 1. First down Bears. I had a 50% make rate in my backyard, says Snyder. From 50? From 50-yard line? I don't know that I've ever put Obe on the plane. I don't know that Obe has ever made it on the plane. It says Mongai rushed for yards, tackled by Minnesota at the 44. A legal formation, though. So no play. AOC leaving his defense out there to die, says Tang Yang. Mongai rushes for -3 yards on a 1st and 15. So it'll be 2nd and 18. 2nd and 18. Bears got the Vikings right where they want them. Touchdown Packers. My God. Love to Watson. Love to Watson, y'all. Williams back to pass. Pass incomplete. Intended for Monagai. 3rd and long. Can the Vikings stop him on 3rd down? Can the Vikings stop him on a 3rd down and long? Bill score. Josh Allen rushing TD to take the lead. Packers going for 2. They get it. So a 7-point lead for the Packers against the Giants. Shit's happening fast. Why the delay? Why the delay in our game? Harrison Smith, old as hell, Scoreboard. I think some kind of an anniversary today for Smith. I think he's got some pass complete, caught by Monagai for 13 yards. Timeout number 1 by the Vikes. What do the Bears do here? At midfield with a 6-point lead, do they go for it on a 3rd and or a 4th and short? Or do they punt it to the Vikings? I think they go for it. I think that's probably why the Vikes took the timeout. All right, 4th and 5. I'm watching it. Williams in the shotgun. Vikes showing pressure. 4th and 5 is the down and distance. Tries to get us to jump off sides. We don't do it. We don't do it. A flag on the play. Rice back to return the punt. After the delay of game penalty. $1 million football over to the Vikes, likely. 200 games for Harrison Smith as a Vikings player. All right, we got a blank play show up there on 4th. I love Joey Browner, Gerber. I remember Browner. I remember him with the Vikes. Yeah, bring back Sam Darnold for this drive, says Dragos. Are you guys trolling me today? Is this trolling? Is this 6-7? hell is that empty box, chat? I don't know why we don't use C.J. Ham more often on first down run plays as Tang Yang. Jones rushes for 3 on 1st and 10 from the 15. So 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7. All these games are so close except for that Jacksonville game. All 7 of the games going on right now are so close except for that Jacksonville Charger game. McCarthy pass complete to Hawkinson for 21 yards for a Minnesota Viking first down. First down, baby. Out to the 39. Let's go. If the Vikings win this game, I'm going to drink like a Viking. Jones rushes for 6 on 1st and 10. We're out to the 45, down by 6. Down by 6, baby. McCarthy backed up pass, incomplete, intended for Hawkinson. 3rd and 4. Still nothing on Red Zone channel. Comeback Kid says Holmquist. McCarthy backed up pass incomplete, intended for Jones on a 3rd and 4. Shit! Do we have to go for it here? We have to go for it here, right? You got to go for it. I don't like a punt here at all. We're at the 2-minute warning, chat. So we'll definitely be going for it on 4th and 4. 2-minute warning in this one. I don't know what happened to my chat on my OBS screen. Can I refresh the chat from here? No choice. You got to go here, says Holmquist. You're right. You're right. Got to go, says Obe. All these other games are closer than this one, so the Vikings are getting no love on Red Zone. No love on the Red Zone channel. At least we busted 2,000 views. Kid will blow it, and you know it, says Edward Barber. Edward, you're starting to piss me off. I'm just saying, you're starting to piss me off. And I'm talking about real pissed off, not RM pissed off. I'm talking about real. Get with your team or get without them. You're annoying. You're bothering me. Tampa Bay failed the 3rd and short. Punt coming up. Oh my goodness, Bryce Young might be hurt. Atlanta stops him, but Bryce Young might be hurt, y'all. They were motioning for the trainers immediately. Bryce Young may be hurt. Chris Boyd, current Jets player, got shot, says Tang Yang. All right, here we go. 4th and 4. McCarthy back to pass, throws First down, Addison. Keep hope alive. Keep purple hope alive. Big pickup by Gainwell for the Steelers. McCarthy pass complete. Catch by Jefferson for 8. Tackled at the Chicago 42. Clock running, y'all. Vikings 2 timeouts. All right, they keep taking it on and off on red zone. We're in the small screen now. McCarthy on a 1st and 10. Back to pass. Throws it. Caught by Jefferson. That's the Jefferson catch. No, that's a Naylor catch. Vikings in the red zone. Vikings in the red zone, baby. CJ Ham sighting. Get 7. We got to get 7. Let's go. 1st and 10 from the 15. All right, it's on in the small box. McCarthy in the shotgun. 1st and 10, 15-yard line. Back to pass, throws it, corner. Touchdown, Addison! Touchdown, Addison, baby! Let's go! Let's go! And bobblehead Bobby. Hey, sure. Let's go! Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Or something like that, chat. Something like that. How you like me now? Says McCarthy. The extra point, a critical one. Right downtown. Bang! Vikings take the lead. The Vikings take the lead, chat. 17-16. Barring extra point. He's always been Bobblehead Bobby. We've called him Bobblehead Bobby since the beginning. He was never Bobblehead Francis. What the? 144 in the house, y'all. Bears fans are cussing a lot now. Boom, says Holmquist. How much time's left, chat? 50 seconds. They got all their timeouts. So the defense going to have to come up big, y'all. A field goal wins it. Picked off by the Packers. And they're going to win that. Damn it. A big interception by Winston, and the Packers will win. Damn it. Thanks for the stream, says Scapegoated Studios LLC. Thank you, sir. All right, I'm just kind of watching here. They're not on a red zone. I've got Sportsnet up. But they've got 50 seconds. Reichard kicks it. Duvernay returns it to the 40. So pretty good field position. They don't have a long way to go. They don't have a long way to go. Nice little return to the 40 by Duvernay. The Viking 40. So 1st and 10, handoff, going left. Gain of about 3. They're just going to let it run down right now, y'all, and let Santos win it. They're going to let Santos win it here, y'all. All right, Vikings call timeout number 2. You can't let Duvernay get that huge return, man. My God. All right, they're not showing it. They're not showing it, but the ball is on the Minnesota 36. Field goal wins it. 2nd and 7, 37 seconds to go. Williams under center. I formation. Back to pass. Handoff up the middle. Tackled for a loss. Tackled for a loss. And I think the Bears just called a timeout. They didn't say though. And they went away from it. All right, so timeout number 3 by Minnesota. See, I don't understand why you call a timeout there if you're the Vikes. Why do you call the timeout there if you're the Vikings? Skull chant going on, but why do you call a timeout there? Let the clock run. What do you gain by stopping the clock? It's 3rd and 8 is the down and distance. Bears to the line. Now you can't ice the kicker. Williams under center. Another handoff going right. Squirts through. They get close to the first. Touchdown Bills. And the Bills are going to win that one against Tampa Bay. So the Bears letting this thing run down, y'all. They will call a timeout. And we're going to have a field goal attempt for the win. A field goal attempt for the win for the Bears. We'll ice them after the game. I don't know why you called that timeout there. Why do you call that timeout to stop the clock for them? He does it every week, y'all. He does that bullshit every week. I don't see it now, so it's not on red zone. All right, Steelers a scoop and score against the Bengals, and they'll get the win there. I don't know yet how far. It's from the 31, right? So 40-yard attempt from the right hash mark. Here it goes. The kick is up. I don't get that timeout, man. I don't get that timeout. I'm speechless, y'all. I am speechless. I don't get the thinking there. I literally don't get it. I guess it didn't matter, but yeah, I just don't get that, yo. I don't get it. Anywho, I'm out of here. We'll have Raiders Cowboys tomorrow, Lakers Jazz on Tuesday, y'all. That's the schedule for early in the week. Thank you for those that hang out with us today. We never really caught any traction. I think the high was about 150 in the chat. You need a Bears emoji. You got one, dumbass. They gave Chicago too much time to work with. Yeah, I mean, you can look back on all the things. I mean, the interceptions. You know what I mean. Anywho, GG's, Bears fans. Yeah, so Raiders, Cowboys tomorrow, Lakers, Jazz on Tuesday. And like I said, all of the gaming content is going to move to the old Valhalla gaming channel once I figure out how to log into that. But I'm out of here. Good night, Gracie. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you to the Berserkers and the V-Homies. Those are the subscribers and the members. For now, Valhalla Sports Talk is off the air. Where's my Lambo?